Hello, and it's another update time. It's time for another update. Oh, it's update time. Uh, Not much has been happening. I got back from the beach. Today is Tuesday, so I got back on Saturday, and it was great. Um, I don't do great walking on sand, but I'm pretty sure everyone else in Panama City Beach was highly intoxicated, so I fit right in. um, I have new exercises from my physical therapist. So we're working on getting better on uneven surfaces. Um, so I have to spin around and look up and turn my head to the side and um, rock the balance of my feet. And all of that is supposed to help teach my brain and my head that not all movement is bad and not all physical touch is bad. Because there's no point in getting dizzy and being in pain for no reason. So, unfortunately, the way I teach my brain and my body is by doing the thing that makes it dizzy and by getting less dizzy. So, I have to spin, get dizzy, get undizzy, and then do it again. I hate it. It sucks. But I guess it's better than being dizzy the rest of my life. Um, what else? I have good days and bad days. The bad days are dizzy days. I just feel like even if I don't, even if I'm not dizzy, like today was a bad day. I'm having about like one bad day a week. Um, like I feel like the potential's there. So, kind of like when you get off a tire swing and you've been on a tire swing for a long time and you're not dizzy, but like you feel like you could be dizzy, like you were just there. So I feel like even when I was on the beach or if I'm in my bed and it's a bad day, like I, like when you're dreaming and you feel like you're falling and you jolt yourself awake, like that's how it feels all the time. It just feels like I'm falling or spinning or I don't know. It's hard to explain. And then sometimes it feels like I'm going over a hill and I get that like flip floppy in my stomach. Um, so on bad days, my body just wants to sleep. Um, and uh, I do sleep. Like I slept like 14 hours last night. I don't think there's any way that I can predict it. Like it doesn't matter when I go to bed. It doesn't matter how long I sleep. It doesn't matter what I eat or drink. Like I think if like before my stroke, I slept on my back. And so I think if I sleep on my back regularly with my head just back against my pillow, like my pillow presses against my scar, and I think that's why I'm dizzy the next day. It's hard because I don't ever fall asleep like that, but I think I transition to that sometimes. Um, I don't know. Just a theory I have. Um, it's frustrating. What doesn't help is that I'm still fighting with, not fighting, disability insurance. I have two. I have one through my work, and I have a supplemental one because the one at work only covers 60%. So actually, a few months ago, I was like out of the blue, kind of got one and wasn't ever expecting it to be used, but it was. So, and that's the one they're dragging their feet. So, um, yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I've had to like submit pay stubs and tax filings, and the last thing was they're waiting for medical records from the hospital and from my doctors, but they won't accept the medical records release that I signed for Northwestern, they'll only have their own receipt, or they'll only use their own releases. But they don't accept electronic signatures, so Northwestern had to mail me the release for me to sign, and then I scanned it and sent it back to them. The other big thing is that well, two things. One, I tried to return my textbooks on Amazon, and it was giving me like the broken link symbol. So I couldn't, like, I was trying to print the barcode and I couldn't. It was just like, that like tiny little icon that like is ripped in the corner. It's like, it's not loading, and I'm like, well, that's not helpful. So I tried for a couple hours, and I tried on a couple different Wi-Fi's, and I was like, maybe it's my cookies, so I exited out and deleted my cache and all that. Anyway, no, none of that. So I talked to a very nice Indian man from Amazon who, now I have to send both of my textbooks back separately. And also, for my next course through Lipscomb, I managed to, I don't know, like, the bookstore does this thing where, like, you can opt in to automatically renting your textbooks, and somehow I got wrangled into that. It didn't happen in the spring semester or the fall semester for that, but somehow summer it happened. So I got an alert today that my textbook's in the mail. I'm like, what? My what's in the what? So that's fun. That's for my June course. Yeah. My May course, which I'm just finishing up this week, y'all, finance is like beyond me. I have no idea what I'm doing. I don't like that I don't know what I'm doing. Buttercup. You're on TV. And here's Team Black and White. There's Princess and Sophie. I don't know. It's frustrating to me that I don't understand finance. Like, it just doesn't work in my brain. And it should work in my brain because it's just formulas and it's just plugging things into formulas. And, like, that I can do. But, like, it just doesn't make sense to me. I don't know. I don't like it. So, that's over this week. Thank goodness. My next class is not a finance class. I don't think. I don't know what my class is, actually. So yeah, that's kind of what's up with me. I'm going to I have a monthly follow-up appointment with my doctor, my PCP, tomorrow morning. I thought I had it yesterday, and that's what he put in my, like, return to work letter. But they had no record of that. And also, the last couple follow-up visits have been televisits. But I have a new insurance that started in May, so about a month ago. And it's not clear if my new insurance covers it. And I tried to find the answer to that. I don't know. I just feel like I've been on phone calls nonstop for the past 2 days. It's been so frustrating. But I haven't been sleeping. I've either been sleeping or on phone calls, is what it comes down to. Also, we left a load in the dryer at the condo, and so I've been calling the people to try and get that, and they're not calling me back, and it's been frustrating. I'm sure they're just low-level flunkies that I'm talking to, but I still wish I could get... I mean, part of the problem is that everyone is dealing with COVID stuff, so, like, the front desk people were working remotely, and the maintenance people, and the housekeeping people, and we couldn't rent an Airbnb. We had to rent through a hotel, and it's just been a big pain in the butt. So, I don't know. Like, it's hard for me to tell if things are weird because of my stroke or if things are weird because of COVID. Like, it's weird, but I don't know why it's weird. And I don't even know. I'm ready for everything to go back to normal. I think that my doctor is going to... He said that he wants to bump me up to 6 hours a day working. Right now I'm 4 hours a day, which is half time. So baby steps. I don't know. Like I like working from home in some respects, but like I like the mental break of like you either work from home, you're at work or you're at home and that's what you're focused on. So, I don't know. Um that's where I'm at. Oh, I was gonna. So my cousins got me a necklace for my birthday, and it says "Be Still" on it. And I was gonna show you, but I'm in my pajamas, so I'm not wearing it. Um, when I was in the hospital before I lost consciousness, but I still wasn't. I don't know. It was January 23rd, so it was like the night of. Mom said I was mumbling a lot, mumbling about work. So you can't say I'm not dedicated to work. Um, And then out of nowhere, the very last thing I said before I lost consciousness was, "The Lord will fight for you. You need only be still," which is Exodus 14:14. And so then I lost consciousness, and that was the last thing I said to my parents for a long time. And then the like whole issue with the pulmonary edema happened, and I almost died, and all that. So anyway, it was very sweet of my cousins to get that for me. Um, I knew it was a verse, so it's not like I was. It's not my favorite verse. It is one of my favorite verses. I think I memorized it my sophomore year of college, so it's been a long time, like 11 years. Um, that has been floating around in my head, and I guess it was somewhere in my subconscious for me to say it out loud that night. I don't know. I don't remember any of it. I had to hear the story from my mom. So that's my fun story of the day.